Hello everyone, welcome to the introductory video of Just Jesus channel. Remember I said we'll be launching a podcast or a talk show, and today we are doing a first introductory video. This is episode 1, this is just introduction, and I'll be talking about myself. I'll be talking about everything that Just Jesus channel is all about and what we are going to do, our target audience and who we are reaching out to. So join me as we dive right into it. Thank you so much. All right, first of all, what is my name? That's the first question we have. My name is Emanuela Abisola Olafade. That is my name. And what do I do? I'm an accountant, I'm a chartered accountant, and I work in the media space, and I'm also into humanitarian service. I'm so passionate about making impact. I'm so passionate about, anything that has to do with non-profit making, be it for less privileged, for children, for teenagers. And I've been in this space for a while. And so I just feel like this is my own time and season to do something for people. What are the few things people should know about me? I'll say I love to read. I love to write. I love to write. Presently, I have some works that they are not yet published, but I have a devotional that is not yet published. I have books that I've written, and the ones I'm presently writing, and they will definitely be published in the future. And so, I love impact. I love impact. I believe that beyond money, one of the things you can do for people is to make impact, because when you no longer exist on it, when you're no longer available, one thing will remain: the impact that you have made when you were here. And the truth is, there's nobody that's going to live forever. We are all visitors, on the earth. And so when it is time for you to wrap up your own era, wrap up your season, and you have to transition, what will you be remembered for? And that's one anchor for me. I am focused on making impact. I don't just want to exist. I don't just want to be on earth. I don't just want to live. I want to do something that's bigger than myself, something that people will remember me for. And they will, when they think of Emanuela Abisola Olafade, they will say, this is what this lady has done. This is the impact she made while she existed on earth. And that's just one thing about me. All right, so the fourth question is my story. What about this old Just Jesus channel? What is the inspiration behind Just Jesus Foundation, Just Jesus channel? I would say personal experience. As a teenager back then, I had a lot of personal issues, and a lot of issues that a lot of teenagers are finding difficult to navigate. There was self-esteem, there was peer pressure, there was a lot of things, that affected addictions, a lot of, pressing issues that a lot of teenagers are also going through. And for me, these things, they were there. And as I grew and God helped me out of some, and He's still helping me out of some, I just really understood that, okay, this is looking like purpose for me. This is looking like a calling for me. This is looking like a ministry for me. And what can I do, for the coming teenagers? Because if we are going to be real with ourselves, I feel like their own generation is even more. They have more issues, because there's social media. There's a lot of things on social media that during my own time wasn't really so known. Or maybe the knowledge wasn't so as huge as it is now, where social media is really, there's so many information on social media that it takes a lot of discipline, it takes a lot of working mind shift for them to focus, in this generation and in this season. And so my story personally is one of the things that inspired Just Jesus. And another thing is, I feel like my experience would help other teenagers, and definitely as we grow, I'll be inviting other people who have had to navigate through this teenage age, the young adulthood thing, and they were able to, make right decisions, transition into great individual, take hold of whatever issues they had, move out of it, transform, and they are doing big things now. And then when did I start caring about impact? I think for me, it started as a young teenager who was really passionate about doing something. I just knew that I had this love for teenagers. Even as a teenager, I had love for children. Even as a teenager, I had love for being a solution. Yes, being a solution. I had love for just doing something that is, way bigger than myself. I just wanted to be part of something bigger than myself, and I'm glad that I am, doing something in that line. I am doing something in that line. So those were part of the reasons why Just Jesus started. What struggles have shaped you? I've spoken about that basically, like my life journey. And aside that, when I really understood that this was a call and a ministry for me, I understood that, okay, definitely my experiences were not useless. All the trainings I've had to go through are not useless. They are needed for a time like this. As a teenager, I just wanted to make a difference, and that was just it. So I just wanted to make impact. I just wanted to do something that would be bigger than myself, that when I no longer exist, like I said, I would be remembered for it. And okay, so everything I went through basically has shaped me, and everything I'm going through has shaped me. They made me better. I believe lessons are for us to pick up the things we need to pick up and then transform into better individuals. And I believe this lesson has also helped me, and not just my own lesson, listening to other people has helped, getting trained has helped me to also become a better individual. And these things are things I know that teenagers and young adults are going through, and I believe sharing, and as we grow, like I said, inviting other people to speak on this platform would help teenagers it will help them know that firstly they are seen, they are heard, they are understood, they are not alone, because a lot of teenagers feels like they are alone on this journey. People don't understand them, and there are people who do, and I'm part of those people. Thank you very much. Another question is, why just Jesus? Okay, so aside being into the humanitarian space and being an accountant, another thing I'm passionate about is Jesus. I am so passionate about Jesus, and I just want to be part of those that would, propagate His kingdom. So why not just Jesus? I mean, one of the focus that He came for is to help the brokenhearted, according to Isaiah 61. He came to comfort those that mourn. So why not Jesus? Jesus is the focus of everything. The goal for just Jesus is that He is glorified and He's revealed. And this message is important to me because there's no other message that can be passed except Jesus. If we say God loves us, He wants us to be saved. He wants us to overcome addictions. He wants us to, not be defined by background, not be defined by words. There's a certain human that God created and is expecting to see. And so the goal is that I do my part as an individual to help that goal being achieved. And then who should listen to this? Everyone. Basically, the focus is for teenagers and young adults, but it's also open to everyone to listen to. You could pick something from me that would help you to be it. Maybe you come from a dysfunctional background or something, but I believe the message would help you. And then, what does just Jesus mean to me, and what is my goal with just Jesus? Just Jesus means everything to me. Jesus is everything to me. And the goal is to make impact, basically. The goal is to transform lives. That people look back, after listening to the podcast and they see real transformation. That's just it. And finally, what should be expected from Just Jesus? What kind of conversation will be on the podcast? Who is the podcast for? I've said that already. And how will it help? Like I said, is to bring about transformation. We'll be talking about issues such as strongholds, dysfunctional backgrounds. We're talking about fear, talking about addiction, talking about self-esteem, regret and guilt, and a lot of important topics. and struggles that teenagers and young adults go through. So this is the first video, it's an introductory video, and I hope I've been able to speak about myself, speak about just Jesus, speak about the purpose of just Jesus. And I believe that as we go on this journey, lives will be transformed, and that the goal, which is to make impact, will be fulfilled. Thank you very much. It was really nice doing this with you. Thank you. Wait for episode 1. Bye.